Hello, hello, people that are coming in. How's everybody doing? Loving those details, thank you very much. Well, hold on, let me get everything situated. Okay, when are we getting rats in the monster garden? What, like, rats exist? I don't have to design rats, I don't think. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Oh boy. Okay, as you might be able to tell since last stream, there has not been much progress. There's definitely not been that much progress. I would say I've been lacking in the drawing department quite a lot, but we'll hopefully try and catch up, okay? But yeah, let me set everything up. Oh, and also, as you might be able to tell, there's some music playing in the background. Somebody contacted me on Twitter, and they were like, hey, I play D&D with my kids. I got some cool music. You can use it in your videos, whatever. And then he just shared me like 2 full-ass playlists of his music that is absolutely awesome. And for sure, I'm going to use the shit out of it. I don't know when he messaged me, I forgot to check, but I messaged them back, of course, being like very thankful about it, and I'm still waiting for them to reply, because if they're making music on this caliber, like ambience-wise, you know, I totally wanna fucking get a piece. I totally wanna like hire them to make a piece like officially for the Monster Garden. That'd be amazing to get one from them. But I'd still use all of these. But yeah, they're really good. They're really good. So I just have them playing in the background now. Okay, I gotta pull my chat up on the phone. Like, the thing is, the music is very strange. Like, I can't explain what the hell kind of genre it is, but I feel like it's right, you know? When you make really awesome patterns, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the patterns are gonna be the most important part, so we'll be working a lot on those. This is like the most recent thing I did. I'm dead set on this pattern right here on the layered parts, like here on the legs and on the arms here. It's definitely going to be this pattern, but I'm still up in the air about this pattern here, this one here, and this one here. They all don't feel quite right yet. This one feels right for some reason. Like, it looks like it just slots into place and just, like, perfect. It feels lived in. Yeah, it feels like... It feels like you're in a cityscape. Like in a sort of lived-in city, but all the people are instruments. Like, it doesn't... I don't know how to explain it. It's just so nice. But yeah, the music I hear now reminds me a bit of Puppetura's soundtrack, if you've ever heard it. I don't know if I've heard that before. The music feels very Fear and Hunger. I don't think so. I don't think it gives off very eerie vibes. Like, it gives off a strange vibe, like out of this world sort of, but more in like a comforting-esque sense. Like you're in a foreign landscape, strange things are happening around you, but you sort of feel safe-ish. Like you're like, okay, I won't get killed right away, but maybe there's some mischief happening, but not right away. You know, not right away. Fear and Hunger, if it was PG, I mean, I can see that. I can see that. Very much recommend looking up a Papetura. A soundtrack was done by an artist who did music for... Hold on, I'll be sure to write that down right now, actually, so... So I can look at that later. Thank you very much. Okay. But yeah, okay, so... things we're gonna try to accomplish this stream. I'm gonna try to find patterns that fit better in these locations and that I'm happy with. Look, it's a miniature that I'm making for you guys, and I really, and for myself as well, obviously, because I want this on my fucking desk too. So, like, I really want to be, like, happy with it. Like not just happy, I want to be happy with it. Where it's like, yes, this is how I... Whoops, shit, I'm dropping everything. But yeah, I want it to be, like, really good. You said a sculpture, not a mini. Yeah, sorry, I keep referring it to different things because I don't really know what it's supposed to be called. I guess a figure or a sculpture would fit more, but, like, sculpture makes it sound big. Figure makes it sound like you can play with it. And mini is too small, so I don't know which one is right. A decorative piece, I guess. With this music, I'm seeing an early morning bazaar, a hint of rust tone dust blowing about mechanist fiddling with their wares. Yeah, it's like a sort of melancholy happiness. If it's like they're not in the best situation they could be in, but they're working with what they got, you know? There's some faint smiles coming around or creeping up on people's faces, but nobody's like fully bliss or something. They all acknowledge their suffering or something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But the music is very good. But yeah, okay. So today's stream, we're gonna work on the patterns till I'm happy with them, and while we're doing that, we're gonna do some other fun things that you guys will be able to play along with. You guys will be able to contribute with, which is, as you might be able to tell, there is writing on the dwarf, and there is a dwarven language that I've been fiddling around with people in the server as well. I've hopped into the chat and had some conversations with people in there to, like, play around with the dwarven language, which is just a translation of English. I didn't want to do it like a full fantasy language because then it would be a nightmare to use because then I'd have to learn it. And I want it to be convincing enough that it's like, yeah, you can look at an image and it looks nice as like a fantasy language, but also not too far gone from English to the point where you wouldn't be able to translate it simply by, like, looking at a translation sheet or something. I'm going off track, but we have a language. And it's written on the body, so we gotta figure out what's written on him, right? We gotta figure out what's written on him, and that's where you guys come in. I was thinking when I was gonna make a video about it that's gonna be a thing I ask the people in the video too, so I get a bigger pool of suggestions, but it's gonna be fun to play around with what's actually written on a dwarf, and how it's written. Rickroll, of course. So the general idea behind it, to get you guys on the right track, is that on the forearms, there is important information. There is the name, probably the occupation. Outside of that, maybe if the occupation gets separated into like ranks of workers, like mechanic assistant or something, then that would probably be written on there as well. So if you touch a dwarf's forearm, you'll get the basic information you need. On other parts of the body, there might be things like achievements, things they've done, maybe some sort of statistics or something like that. Still not set in stone yet, but I know that there has to be general information about the dwarf on the arm. So the fun part is, well, you guys can figure out what the hell is written, and also like what's the dwarf's name, because you know we'll have to write that on the arm. So that'll be fun. Professions, age, family, relatives. I guess. Maybe sort of a social status if there's a hierarchy. We'd have to think more about like the actual, you know, the society of the dwarves to think if there's like a social status thing going on with what they write on their arms. Like Maui and Moana? No. Not the dancing tattoos. Like written information. His name is Rocky Bob. Like, we gotta get some sort of, like, very dwarvish name, you know? Like, a very dwarvish name. But yeah, let me play around with this. Oh, also, the places that I thought writing might be would be on the back, forearms, and, like, on the top of the shoulders, perhaps, for, like, rankings and such. I don't think there would be any on like the legs or the top of the head. That seems like a little weird for me. So we don't have that much space to work with, right? We wouldn't be able to like write a whole life story. Sindri or Brock. Well, those are like the classic dwarves, the Norse dwarves. Dudic. I like Dudic for some reason. Drahum. They wouldn't have any STs in their language, so it would just be Trelvin. Pork. Thud? I mean, they wouldn't have TH either, so it'd just be Tud. Bado. Jim. Torcus. Rock. I like Tovil. Tovil's neat. Otis? Just Otis, but G. Rusk. Rusk is neat. Ragu. What? So a lot of dwarf names start with T. At least that's the ones you've been liking. Yeah, I guess I'm sort of picturing this dwarf to be a T starting dwarf. And probably picturing him having an occupation of like a blacksmith. Well, that's to be expected of most dwarves probably being blacksmiths. Or maybe the dwarf themselves is, or like Torvic himself is a carver for example. A carver would be the people that, you know, make these carvings on the other dwarves, and also on things as well, not just dwarves, like items and stuff like that. Engravers, I guess. Pants. I do like Torvic. Torvic is good. Long E is not allowed. But yeah, I'm gonna, that's enough for now. Let's play around with the patterns. I'm saying that because hold your suggestions for a time later when I focus on them again, because while I draw, obviously, I can't read the chat, so I don't want your suggestions going to waste, you know? But yeah, let's see. I got a bunch of layers here that need combining. You even come up with this music? What the fuck? How? It sounds like a childhood memory. It's so nice. Are the dwarves made of rock? No, they're not made of rock. Wait, hold on. Do I still have, like, the giant list of messages on my screen? No, okay. I don't want to start off the stream with that. I'll unveil it if people ask too many questions, but... Let's see. Cameron, who's the 3D modeler, suggested that might, like, a sort of oval shape at the top might be interesting. Oval shape, like a circular pattern on the top might be interesting. Maybe half of one, or if we could also do like a full one and then have a pattern down here that does this. That could be interesting too. So let's play around with that. So how I've been doing it is, instead of, you know, just instead of just going right away and trying to draw these patterns, what I've been doing is, like, just cutting them out and copying them over to here to, like, just sort of align them and see if anything fits. So let me keep doing that. Okay, I gotta, hold on, filter, color alpha. There you go. Now we have no background on these, which is a lot nicer to work with. Let's see, circular pattern. I was sort of feeling this one, actually. God, the rock and stone. You can make your own knots with Inkscape? What? Hold on. What's Inkscape? I'm looking that up. What is this? What madmen did this? What mad people? Look at what I just found. Who does this? My God. I know it's blurry, but just the idea. Oh my God. That is. I wish. I wish we could, but we couldn't. We could not. That is not something we're doing. It is beautiful, but that is too much. There is something as too many knots. Okay, we got some more chains. This one's different. I like this one too, actually. I don't know if I can close them off nicely though. Like these ones can close off nicely, all of these examples, but not sure about these. Let's see. How are dwarves made? I'll cover that in another video. I don't want to tell you by yourself and just have to tell the people that come in over and over again. We'll cover most of the dwarf stuff in another video. If you have any questions about the dwarves, don't. I will make a video that will answer your questions. I've heard them enough times to know what the next dwarf video will need to answer. It looks so good, what the fuck? This one's nice too. Found some really good chain ones, just like very much base chain link designs. That one right there. That one's really satisfying to look at. Definitely use that. Ooh, finding some corner designs are actually nice. Here, I got some corners. That's good. Just getting the spread, all of the patterns. than we'll possibly ever need. Knots. Celtic knots. There. I think that's all we need. I think. I can always look for more if none of them fit. So yeah, that's enough. Okay. Let's see. Now we just try to play around with what we got and see what we can come up with. So, there, to there, Control E, filter, color alpha, there you go. So, circle. We need a circle one, which I'm thinking we're gonna take this one. That. Okay. Let's just keep it that big. Not too big. We know that we're gonna use these. So should just take those over. There you go. But then we need something to like link that up somehow. Which means I feel like I need some sort of shape that goes like this. You know, so we need like corner pieces linked up to plate That makes sense. So let's see if we can't find that somewhere. We could use these corners right here. Or one of these. Which one's simpler? Because we're going to make it quite small, so a simple one would be better. I think all those aren't connected, though. That's not quite satisfying. Let's take this one for now. Can do that. And then we need a square pattern. I used this square pattern before, but I think there might be a better option than that. This one doesn't feel quite right if you just take one square. It has to like repeat once or twice to look right. So maybe we can use one of the chain ones here. Or one of these ones, actually. Let's try this. I do feel like that's too little variation for that large of an area. That doesn't work. Could do... hold on, let me try this. Good. Do two next to each other. Squeeze them together somehow, but like, could do that. Looks off too. Well, what if you merge the top circle into what runs down, so just those bottom halves into... It'll be hard to, like, connect them up, because, like, the knot is closed, you know? I could try and somehow make it work. Well, let's see. If I want to, like, link it up... have to be. Could figure it out later and just play with it a little first. Then there's no written text on the upper arm at all. I don't think a circle on the arm feels right. What do you think? I don't think it's the right place for a circle, because if we have circles on the arms, it's like it sort of feels to me like, hey, focus here. And it takes away from if we were to put a circle on the head or like on the back. I'd want to like reserve circles for the head or the back, not the limbs, right? Circle is back tag. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think circle is the right way to go here. I'll save it just to keep it, but we'll try some different shapes. Okay, so let me just... P2. Okay. Okay. What if we take one of these right away? Like that, because they're sort of cap shaped, like they cap something off. We could have like a burger on the arm with the lettering in the middle. But also all the edges are harsh. Hold on. Maybe it would fit better if I, whoops. If I twisted it around and then made it more like the original that I took from. Like that, so it fits more with the shape of the arm, maybe. But it feels wrong to have just a flat bit at the top. Damn. Yeah, it's gotta be this way around. If I use this pattern, it's gotta be that way. There you go. What if I could link this up, like I could cut the bottom part off and like link it up to this. I wanted to. I think I could do that. Let's try that with this one, I guess. Because I can cut it off here. Where is, there it is. Oops. That's a little too big at the bottom. There you go. And then... So they're cutting off at different angles. So I'd have to, like, curve them in first. And then have them switch, like, somewhere here. It kind of works, actually. I think that kind of works. Also, hello, new people. I think that kind of works. Those two pieces do link up nicely, though. I think. So we could keep that in mind. I don't think that's the right spot for it. Though, it still doesn't feel like something that should be on the shoulder. Let me... No. That one looks wrong. This one, that's the two patterns are separated. Can I cut that in half somehow? Sorry, I'm talking to myself a lot. Just trying to, like, wrap my head around it. Because I could try to cut this in half. And then, you know what would be really cool, actually? If we can try and make a pattern that looks like an anvil. Because like, this sort of gives me anvil vibes. So, like, if we could just do a pattern that looks like this, then that might be really neat. Because then it would fit with the idea of him being a blacksmith, right? So maybe there's some, like, imagery in the carvings as well. Right, so perhaps, hold on, I can definitely hold that off. I'll just do that. Do that. Get that powered out. Could do that and then have some writing in here, maybe. whatever, let's do some gibberish first. Doesn't have to be. Could be different clans, different settlements. Yeah, I really need to make that new dwarf video. They're all in one kingdom. There's no different clans of dwarves. I need to make that video to inform people of information about the dwarves. I've been slacking, my goodness. It could be something like that, or just straight up that could work as well. I think having it in the shape of an anvil is very interesting. Because then we can have it like this on their arm, right? And then have written text in here. I like that, actually. Right, and then we sort of have to pull it into an anvil shape, which I think I can make work. I just yank one of these lines down. Spices. They like spices a lot. So that would be a valuable resource for him. I would say that's a successful anvil pattern. It looks like an anvil, but wait. There's wrong, though, because this goes under, and then it needs to go over. There you go, and this goes under, then it goes over, then it goes under. Okay, there you go. My lines are so scratchy when it comes to drawing these. It's just so much trial and error. Like, try and get it to look right. Yeah. I'd say that's fine. Pickaxe and sword next, please. That's gonna kill me if I try to do a pickaxe and a sword next. God, anvil was already that hard. I think it looks okay. It looks decent enough. There's a few lines that are like, like this one where it just goes weird for no reason. But, well, actually, I can try to... make that look a little less weird. Perhaps by smoothing it out a little. Yeah, there you go. That helps. This one's a little weird too. We can refine that for sure. I'm proud of that, actually. I didn't expect I could be able to do an anvil. That's great. Cool. You've become a VTuber? Yes, I've indeed become a VTuber. Ah! I don't know why I screamed. Ah, VTubers! Okay, and then we can use... Yeah, hold on. We can use this. Flip it. Whoa. And have it be the base of the anvil. Fucking look at that. Baby, that looks fucking good. Oh, yeah. That's our arm right there. And then the writing here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then another end cap. We'd need another end cap. Which will probably be the same as this, but then that line bothers me. Yeah, that looks good. That looks right. Like, this is what I mean. You put it into place and it just goes, and it just feels right. And you're like, yes, that is exactly how it's gonna be. I want that everywhere on the body of the dwarf, where it just fits into place and just feels right. Okay. No hammer art? I mean, it looks sort of like a hammer already, doesn't it? Like, we could basically just translate that. We could just turn this down like that and just have it become a hammer on the other side. if, like, I'm thinking both sides wouldn't be the same, probably. So it could definitely be like this instead, and then just have a, like, a pattern going down like this, right? And then we could just have side patterns to pad out the shape. Oh shit, what if it's like different tools? So like, this is a chisel. No, that's pushing it. Actually, like, how would I do a nail? Like that. And then you just do the classic. Oh yeah, I could do a fucking nail as well. Holy shit. Could do nails as well. And another one upside down, yeah. Because then they'd like fit together nicely. Oh yeah. Nails on the fingers for carpenters, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, they would definitely be more for carpenters, so probably no nails for this one. But like, I do like the hammer. Tongs would be interesting, like forging tongs, so like these things look like this. We could try doing those down an arm. Is this a random dwarf or a real character with a name? I'm hoping to make it not a random dwarf. Like, if I were to make a figure of a dwarf, I'd want him to have, like, a fair amount of backstory to him or reasoning behind his... Maybe it's a famous blacksmith we are carving right here, and he has, like, achievements on his, like, patterns that might signify that. Furnace could be interesting. I'm thinking of like some quite abstract shit for furnace. Or not abstract, but like I could do something like this and then like a stack coming out the top. Right? And then we'd have to have... I'm being a fucking genius right now, by the way. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm innovating on Celtic knots right now. I'm fucking changing up the game. Just kidding, by the way. I'm not fucking doing anything near the quality of this stuff I'm looking at, but it's our own, which is nice. But yeah, something like that. I feel like a furnace would signify more of It's the right thing, yes, but like if I see a furnace on a dwarf, I don't go right to blacksmith. I sort of go to baker, you know? But like if I see an anvil, it's like blacksmith, you know? Nobody else uses an anvil. So I think the anvil stays. I don't want to use a furnace because it sort of mixes. It doesn't give like clear, right? It doesn't give clear blacksmith vibes. But the hammer though, let's do the hammer. So let's play around with that. So we'll just have it go like that. These are fucking awesome. That. Okay, like that. Okay, if this one goes over, and this one's got to go under, and then it goes under, and then it goes over. Okay, cool. I'm moving different. Damn! That's perfect. This shit ain't nothing for me, man. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Oh, and then like the opposing corners as well. Curved corner here, and then pointy corner here, and then pointy corner here. This is fucking beautiful. Beautiful execution. I gotta make this one thinner though, I think, to like properly make it look like a hammer. Right, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, you're watching a master at work right now. We could add a little end cap, just cheating a little. Or maybe just a line. It's probably enough to like signify the top of the... Feels wrong though to have a line. No, no, no. We can't. Okay, and now we gotta tie this up. But I don't want to just use a normal knot. We're gonna use... Oh yeah, you know exactly which one's coming on this. Which one's going on this hammer? It's this beautiful baby. We're gonna make fucking Mjolnir. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Nick got a point. Huh? What did Nick say? Oh, the hammer with the hook is more of a carpenter thing. It would probably be a ball, if it also for blacksmiths. Good point. Good point. I agree with you. Um, let's see how it looks with a ball. Very good point made. I mean, that easy. That easy. No sweat. That simple. Actually, hold on. We gotta play around with the shape a little more. It ain't right yet. Uh, let's see how big the circle's gotta be. Bro's good at making lines. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me look at some. Blacksmith hammer. Okay, the ball is gotta be. Hold on. We could do better than a ball, actually. We could do this shape. We could do even better than a ball. We could do this. Yeah? You picking up what I'm putting down? Oh my goodness. Is he doing it? Is he actually doing it? He's reinventing the wheel. He's pushing boundaries. He's my god. Yeah. Yeah, that feels a lot more right. That feels a lot more right. Woo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold your applause. We're not done yet. We're going into the stratosphere next. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Um, let's see. How do we get that in there? This might be tough, actually, because that doesn't have 2 lines. There's 4, so I don't think I can link that up easily. Wait, no. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Silly me. I can just cut it off and just add it at the end. I just fucking do this. Like that. And then just add that handle onto the end. Actually, let me make it even better. We're not done yet. Not right away. Let's twist it around once first. Just to give it a bit of length before the crescendo. Like that. Okay, I might be losing it a little. This we might be. I might not be him right now. This is not right. This doesn't look that good. This looks like a fucking toy hammer. No. Listen. I lost the plot. I lost you guys. This ain't it anymore. I'm not him. I'm not him anymore. Add 2 loops at the top, like the bottom. Then you gotta have. Then you only have 2. What? Add a loop at the top, like the bottom. Then you only have 2 lines. Oh yeah, I could. I could actually do that. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hold on. Let's you might be onto something here. You might be the person that has cracked the code. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just gonna flip it for now. We'll add a circle to the bottom later, but that might be the that might be the golden ticket. Oh yeah, it's potential right there. I'm gonna trace over it because obviously the lines aren't the same thickness, and I want it to look right. So let's. Might have actually cracked the code. It goes across. The pretzel hammer. Holy shit. It is alive. The pretzel hammer. Okay, maybe not quite. Maybe not quite. It gets too busy if that makes sense. Like looking at the head and then it goes into like the handle's too thick. And if we want it to be thinner, it has to be a simpler pattern. It can't be 3 lines. So I think we got to go with the the simple the simple answer here. We might have been just barking up the wrong tree. You know what I'm saying? And just go with this. And then perhaps just end it off with a nice bang bang, like that. There, that might just be it, just like that. And then the supporting patterns will help flesh that out a lot more because this is quite simple, but then we add some patterns here to the side as well to help. With a round end. Okay, right, right. Oh yeah, oh yeah, round end. Hold on, let me add the line in the middle of all the lines, and that's hopefully gonna. Yep. I think that's it. That's our hammer right there. I think that is our hammer. That looks like a hammer to me. dwarven thimble would go hard. That's the thing. With world building and stuff like that, I really want to play around with things manufactured by different people or different races, stuff like that. Because Varus builds things differently from Rom people, and both of those build differently from dwarves. But there would be some overlap, of course. There might be some collaboration, some inspiration that different people might take from each other, which means there might be some Rom armor that has dwarven patterns, or some thimbles from Varus that have dwarven patterns because they were commissioned by dwarves to be made, or something like that. I ain't ever seen no hammer like that. You're just a hater. If you imagine it, if you believe hard enough, anything could be a hammer. And this is a hammer. You gotta have two thin patterns on either side to cap off the sides of the hammer. Um, I'll just be able to use these actually right here. How do dwarves hold the hammer? Like this. You just get your two fingers around this side of the handle, and the other two fingers that are basically like thumbs around the other side of the handle. Like that. So they can still hold things that are rods. Pattern on the side of the hammer. You gotta, could be tongs. It would be nice, but you gotta see how much space we're working with as well. These patterns I'm thinking would be on the arms, right? And we only have that much space pretty much to work with. If the head of the hammer is right there, we got like a very narrow space on either side that we can use still, and that's about it. So, like we're limited by that. Hold on, I'm actually gonna show this to Cameron because I think this is quite neat. I might like it, just as like a little, hey, this is what I'm working on. Oh fuck, I didn't notice the music stopped. We starting again. Let's see. What even is that pattern? I don't see how that repeats itself any. It repeats itself in one direction. It's not symmetrical. It's so disorientating. I like this part of it, where it, like, slopes off. But I think I can also... I could also do that with just any pattern, pretty much. I could actually use the same base of the anvil here. Maybe? Let's see. I might be able to just... too wide, I think. I could cut off that line, but then... hold on. Oh, you know, I could just... Well, if I have 2 of them... If I got 2 of them... Why is it so long? Like that. You see what I'm putting down here? So I can just loop it through the hammer. Just go on either side like that. It's on its different layer. Okay, good. Like that. And then we could just have these 2 connect up behind the hammer. And then these 2 connect up in front of the hammer. Like that. The genius is back. Oh yeah, baby. I'm thinking in 5 dimensions. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Yeah, there you go. That fills out the space nicely, I think. Let's remove the clutter there. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That is really nice. Hold on. I gotta move the hammer down a little bit. It ain't sitting in it correctly, but if I just chunk, like, just like that, I think, and we're golden. Like, that's awesome. Dracula throw fleet. I fucking love those videos, man. I wish I could memorize things easier. Like, if I was good with memory, I'd memorize all of those, fucking all 3 of them. And I'll just recite them randomly. But yeah, those are, again, just into place. It fits, and then we go, just. And also, yes, I have seen, I did see the message where someone said you should put a gem in the middle of it. I think it's fine without one, but yeah, it does look empty, doesn't it? It does feel like there's something missing. Could we just, like, crunch this down and just have it not feel like? No, then it looks even worse. It's got to be that shape. What do we put in there? Because, like, if we put just a lone shape, it looks off. Put a little circle in it. No, no, no. I don't think we put anything there. I think it's fine without it. So I recently watched every indie show on YouTube for the last 3 years. Digital Circus, Murder Drones, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, Lackadaisy, and I need more suggestions. That's all of them. Like you just said, I recently watched every indie show. Yeah, that's all of them. I don't think there's any more than that. I can't think of any other ones besides those. But yeah, I did watch the Digital Circus one that like people are going crazy about right now. And I'd say I mean, as an artist, I'm not a writer. I'm not qualified to critique people on writing and stuff like that, but like the look of the show and stuff like that, I like a lot. I like the character designs and stuff like that. It's really nice. Um, oh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta right click. Nope. Play Q. There you go. I'm not a writer, is making a book. It's mainly an art book, okay? I try to write, I just don't feel like a writer yet. I don't feel like I'm good at writing. But yeah, I think the designs of the shows are neat. The comedy in very strong, you know, the two lines on either side, two little symbols. The comedy is not to my taste. I don't find it funny. It's definitely like trying too hard, in my opinion. You know, for me, it's trying a little too hard, but I like the art, so if another episode comes out, I'll definitely like keep watching it. That's what writing is. I've never felt like a writer, but I've made several D&D campaigns. Yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like an artist when I draw. I don't feel like a writer when I write. I don't know if there's a certain point where it eventually feels like I'm a writer, but I mean, I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon. Could you check your Discord messages later? I can check them now if you'd like. Uh, I feel like a creator. No, I wouldn't say I feel like a creator. I feel like a critter, like a little guy, little guy. Bro feels like him. Is there a Discord? Yeah, there is a Discord. It's in the description of the stream, and if that doesn't work, in the About section on YouTube, there's also the link. So hop into the server. I mean, wait, I'm confused. Somebody asked me to like check messages. I do feel like a rat. I feel like I can vibe with a rat, you know? When I play games, I definitely have some rat behavior. So are you ever going to recreate goblins? No, goblins are perfect. They don't need any recreation. They're perfect the way they are, and I wouldn't want to word I'm looking for? Defile them. By trying to impose my own ideas of what I think they should look like. Goblins are great. You have stickers of the rat or other PJ you made? PJ? Pajamas? People junk? People juice? People juice. What's PJ? Goblins or kobolds? That is a hard question right there. You're forcing me into a corner with that one. Okay? Like, both of them have that sort of cute little bastard qualities to them where, like, I don't know which one to pick. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe... You broke me. I want to say goblin a little more, but the kobolds are little dragon guys. Both is good. Indeed, both is good. Look in the Monster Garden chat in the Discord. Oh, you should have pinged me if you like posted anything on the Discord, then I see it. Because I didn't know that's what I thought you like sent me something. Is it this my version of what a goblin would be? Oh, I like the schnoz. I like the schnoz on him. He's got a big long face. That's good. That's good. Now everyone will ping you. Well, I don't get pinged that often. You know, I tell people every time that, oh, if you want to like catch my attention in the Discord, just at me. And I'll look at it when I see it. That's about it. Do your own goblin type creature, then you don't have to defile them. Fair, fair. I don't know if like a goblin type creature would fit into the world though. You know? There are some creatures that have goblin-esque behaviors. I do believe the rats that are in the trenches, the rat people, they're not actually rats. They're just people that are sort of rat-like, where they like skid around and stuff like that, scavenge random loot and shiny things. I think those have like a sort of goblin-esque behavior to them, but you know, they're not goblin enough. Rat people with miniguns. Is your little dude drawing in your corner a rat man? People have interpreted him in different ways. I like that I've sort of accidentally and then ran with it, struck a medium of like, every time somebody's like, is that a rat? You know, they can't really pinpoint it right away. They're not like, is it a rat or isn't it? And I would say, it's up to you. I didn't want him to look exactly like a specific creature, so if you think he looks like a rat, then go for it. Because some fan art has made him look very rat, and has him reaching for cheese, which I'd say is very lovely. My girlfriend did a wonderful... Oh, by the way, girlfriend told me to tell you guys hi, and that I love her. So, yeah, gotta do that. Check off my girlfriend checklist, things to do for the day. But she did like a wonderful piece of my stranger as like a cute little rat guy. And then another person did like also a piece of the stranger as a cute little rat guy, but also like reaching its arms up to like receive a wheel of cheese on Twitter, which is just wonderful. Both of those were just wonderful. Maybe a little horse in there too. Yeah, perhaps a little horse. I still need to like finish his animations. I really wanna get it so he starts moving when I talk. If we get to that, I'll be fucking. Is your girlfriend single? What? Just broke my brain. What? Is your girlfriend single? Strange, very strange questions. She's taken, damn it. You're not getting a single piece. Get away, bastard. It's mine. Your girlfriend? Yeah, she's single now. That's like I mean, she's your girlfriend for now. Wait until she sees me. I mean, the manliness emanating and oozing from my pores will get her to just lose any sense of relationship status. Our girlfriend? Listen, Simon, you share your ideas, you share your drawings. Why not the girlfriend too? Come on, just a piece. No, fucking. Okay. Wait, I sort of lost the plot there. Okay, back to drawing, right. What do we do next? We got a hammer, we got an anvil, which is like on both sides of the arms. I'm really happy with that. So I guess, well, what we can do is just shift it over the arm first to like, obviously get a sense of what it looks like on an arm. What about your girlfriend shares you? No. No to either. Are dwarfs what? Monogamic? The fuck is monogamic? What's monogamic? Share your card numbers and backside numbers instead. No. I'm not sharing shit. Okay. Control E. Okay, and then Control C. Okay. Shift this over. Fit it. We might got some trouble with the spike of the anvil there. We might got some trouble there. Hold on, let me see on the actual dwarf model. Let's see. Because the arm has like some pointy shoulders in front of it. I'd say that's fine. You can make it a little stockier if it doesn't fit, so I'd say that's fine. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. If not, you could, like, curve the perspective a tiny bit. Like, have it so this line curves just a little bit to fit it in. That could work too, so I'd say it's good. Okay, so anvil. Then we try doing the hammer. What am I doing? Hammer. There you go. That fits nicely. I like that. Like that. And then we just do another pattern at the bottom that nicely just closes that off. Like that. So we'll just find something to fit in there, because we'll use the same one here and here. So yeah, that's gonna work. How did you choose what the dwarfs cannot say? I sort of just brainstormed with people what I thought fit the idea of how I have whatever fit the idea of how I was thinking the dwarves would sound. Like I have them have very sort of harsh, strong sounding accents that are like insectoid with clicks and grumbles and stuff like that. So like no long sounds would be used in their accent, probably, and like not any like b or p, because I didn't picture them having lips to do that with, or that doesn't really feel like a dwarvish sound that they'd use. I mean, they could wear armor, it's just that they don't really need to. I'll be right back, by the way. I'm gonna go piss. Don't you dare put the fucking foaming glass of yellow liquid emoji next to piss. Oh, my god. Listen, it's just a little crude, okay? When I go piss, I say I go piss, not, oh, I'm going to the toilet for my, activity. No, I'm pissing. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to piss. That's it. My map is literally here. No. Oh my. Oh, you just gave me a blood vessel just popped in my fucking brain somewhere. I heard it. Just say you're gonna go potty. I'm gonna go wee-wee. Oh, I need a tinkle. I need to go tinkle. Mom found the piss drawer. Yeah, I mute not because I go to the bathroom. It's because I piss in a drawer next to me and it's gonna be audible on the stream. So I have to mute. Otherwise you'll find out. When life gives you piss, bottle it and sell it to your fans. What on earth did I stumble into? You stumbled into a Monster Garden stream, so hello, Ghost. Art's cool, by the way. Thank you. Thank you very much. Say, it's time to spread liquid gold into the, great, I think you meant great porcelain basin. Wonderful. Wonderful. What is this, OnlyFans? No, no. There's some free content. This is the lead up to OnlyFans. I'm gonna reveal at the end of the stream that it's like, hey guys, if you're wondering why I'm being so piss-talky, it's because I have my OnlyFans in the description below. It's called Piss Garden. And instead of starting every video with, like on OnlyFans, instead of starting it like, hey guys, or hey, like I normally do, I'll be like, what's up, little piss babies? It's time for another stream. My bladder's full and the camera's rolling. What am I doing? Okay, let's continue drawing. I don't know. Just don't mind what I'm saying. I'm fucking... Ugh. Another stream. Oh yeah, that was actually clever because stream, you know, stream. Gotta go. Bye. Insanity. I hope you enjoyed the last little bit of conversation you got out of the stream. Better catch up when I next stream, am I right? You know what kind of stream I'm talking about. Fucking kill me. I can see my subscriber number just going down. I can just see it slowly whittling away as everybody realizes, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Let me get out of here. Where is... There it is. This. Whoops. Like, that could work? Simon, you've been added to a couple of lists. What kind of lists? Why would I be added to lists for this? I don't see anything wrong with this sort of behavior, officer. Oh my god, I'm fucking killing it. Look at that. Instead of just ending it off in a spike, no, I'm fucking shaping it like God molded clay into people. I'm shaping it to perfectly fit into the little grooves. My goodness. Oh, but it is wrong. I need to get this one under. There you go. Okay, let's see. My god, how perfect. My creation. I mean, we need something in here, I feel. Could we just... It ain't right, because there's nothing there to make that shape. But, you know, it kind of works. It kind of works, doesn't it? Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so happy about that. That feels just right. Okay, like that. Good. Hmm. Nope. Yep. There we go. Hold on. Gotta scoot that a little closer. And shebang. I think that's the patterns on one arm done. Shit. Drop my stuff. Will this world have vacuum tubes? What about Nixie tubes? What are Nixie tubes? Vacuum tubes? What? What are those? In caves deep, the piss will shine. Deep within the dwarven mines. Tubes that suck. Well, like a straw? Like, dude, tubes that suck are... What? Like, just random tubes that are just, like, laying around that suck? What about a dragon? A homunculus-type creature made by powerful healing mages as a weapon of war. Taken inspiration from ancient classic writings, too. It barely looks like a modern dragon. Mm-hmm. No, I can't say that yet. Interesting. I'll say that. Okay, and then have the 3 lines of text right there. I think I am very proud of that. I like that a lot. You know? I like that a lot. I think a dwarf that gets these would like them a lot as well. You know? It looks a little strange, I'd say, because they don't look like grooves. But if you render it in 3D, I think it'd be awesome. I think it would be awesome. Let me just try something, actually. What if I select opaque? That looks horrible. I'll just select opaque, make it thicker, like this, and then just erase it. No, close, but not quite. I got a selection, shrink selection, 1 pixel, and then erase it. Yeah, something more like that. That's what it would actually look like. Well, not actually, but, you know? So I'd say that's good. I see that last message somebody just wrote, but I'm not even gonna read it. Well, I did read it, but I will not. I was gonna say I would not acknowledge it, but I'm just acknowledging it right now, so. No comment. Well, I technically did comment about. God, just. Whatever that was, yeah. Wow, the stranger is so awesome. So much immersion in the world. I hope, for some reason, I read that very sarcastically. I don't know if it's sarcastic or not, but I'll just say thank you. Just in case you weren't being sarcastic. The rat mentioned a moment ago. Oh yeah, perfect. Anybody who's wondering about the stranger fan art, if you go into the server and into the Monster Garden chat, you'll see what I'm talking about with the rat and cheese fan art. It is beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. Sorry if you can hear me typing my tablet or typing my keyboard very aggressively. It's because some of the letters don't work. So I gotta, I gotta give it the old, and then it works. Okay, let's see. That layer got nothing. That layer's got nothing. Okay, so what if I anvil, right? We still got the anvil to go, which means we gotta have some writing. So we can have some writing here, which is like a fair amount of space to work with. You can put some information there. 5 lines. Maybe it would be appropriate for a circle. No. I think it's actually appropriate for a triangle, weirdly enough. Perhaps. Or I could tie these two together. Something like that. No. Does not feel quite right. Doesn't click. mean, perhaps just leaving it like that. Leaving some empty breathing room might be nice too occasionally. Yeah, what do you think? Should we leave this empty? I don't know how to feel about it quite yet. Oh, take care. See you in the next stream. That's not me saying bye, by the way. That's me saying bye to someone in the chat. I'm not leaving yet. Like the one in your reference? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. The one in my reference. But yeah, I'm thinking about this empty space right there, if I want to keep it or not. Why would it have troopy text? Is there gonna be a new alphabet for the dwarves? Yes, I was working on it with people in a Discord call. We're working on it. It's gonna hopefully look sort of like this in the end, but we're like playing around with the letters right now and how they'll look. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll leave it for now. It doesn't perfectly click with me yet. I'm happy with it, but not perfectly clicks yet. So, might need to play around with that a little more. We could try and tackle the difficult task of patterning the back and the head, because those are like the big areas that will have like the most detail, or has the most let's say play area where we can have like a lot of stuff going on. So we better do it right. Let me think. We got a hammer, we got an anvil, right? Should be on his back. Also, what do you think about some like scars on him? I mean, it wouldn't... I get that he would shed occasionally, so the scars wouldn't be that noticeable, but I'd say some scars in key places just to get across that he is... I keep saying he. The dwarves don't have genders, but I sort of just say he, so don't mind that. But like, so we can get a little more story out of him, you know? Dents, not scars. Yeah, dents. Fair enough. Dents. But I think scratches would work too. What made the scars? I was thinking he'd be, you know, like the forge and stuff like that. Maybe he got injured or something. Or maybe something attacked him. Maybe we could get some more story out of it. Like, okay, we got to think about the story of this dwarf a little bit, I think. Now we've gotten the arm carvings done. We could start thinking about the story a little bit. The story of Torvic. Torvic, the dwarf. He is a very skilled, specialized blacksmith, right? What has he gone through? What is Torvic up to? Hot metal scars deep enough to damage molting. True, it could be that. Oh, Isaac, thank you. Thank you very much for the 20 sec. Hope it's going good. It is going wonderfully, thank you very much. He used to be inventor. His weapon broke and crippled him for some reason. Yeah. They could do kintsugi, where they repair cracks with gold. Yeah, I was thinking that some dwarves would, like, inlay different metals into their skin as, like, decorations. Though I don't think it'll be good to do that for the miniature model. I'm just thinking about, like, the painting process as well, right? Because they're all going to be hand-painted. Think about this. These are all going to be hand-painted, right? So picture me making it so they have to trace every line of the model because it's inlaid with gold. They will kill me. They will absolutely kill me if I do that. So I'm leaving it like they're grooves for now. So they wouldn't have to, like, paint it. It would just be a detail on it that just works without being painted, a different color or anything. How many are you going to make? They're hopefully going to be pre-ordered. So this is the thing. I'm making a video, right, about these things to, like, get people interested and also, like, to set it in stone that it's happening and stuff like that. I'll give you more updates on, like, when we get to the 3D modeling stage, and then like, I don't know what it's called, but, like, printing out a test one, right? Because we gotta know how much they will cost to produce to be able to, like, gauge a price, but they will be hopefully pre-orderable so that we know exactly how many we need to make, right? I think that was because there were options, right? I could have made it so we make a batch and then we sell that batch, right? But that the concern with that was I don't know, because I've never sold anything before, and I don't know how you guys are with buying things, or if you're interested in it, if it would actually sell. So, like, if I go, like, fuck yeah, print 300 of them, and then I sell 2, one to my mom and the other one to my friend or something like that, wouldn't, you know, I'd be fucked. I just have 200 or 300 dwarves lying around. So I think pre-orders are better, because then I know exactly how many, you know, we will sell and just make that many of them. I'm buying 5. Goodness. Well, we're planning on having them. So I did talk to them, by the way. I think we're gonna be able to make them a lid. Like, okay, we had this talk in the other stream as well, and, like, I had the conversation with some people in the server as well. It'd be really fun, because, yes, it's a model that you can put on your desk and stuff like that, but it'd be really fun if there's some more you can do with it. And an obvious suggestion was make it a box, so you could just take off the head and have a little compartment inside you can put stuff in. So I asked the people that I'm working on this with, and they said, yeah, you could probably make it a little thing, like a little jar that you can open, which would be really good. Not like a bin lid where it like has a joint or anything. Just like you could just take the head off, you know. I don't think a joint would be practical. So just being able to take it off and have a little thing inside. Yeah, urn-like. Yeah, so you can put if you have a relative that's recently, you know, been turned to dust in some way, you could put them in the urn if you'd like. Don't actually do that. I don't want you to put your relatives in a grandma. You're moving. You're moving. Fuck that old jar. Put grandma in a dwarf. That's how I'm gonna market it. Just be like, get that dirty, boring urn out of there. Your grandma doesn't want to be in that shitty urn anymore. You know what you put your grandma into? Fucking dwarf jar. But yeah, it's like the guy who got himself like cremated into a Pringles can. I'll do that with my fucking ashes. I'll be like, put me in a dwarf, and then send me off. Throw me in a hole. That's where I'd want to be, as a dwarf. But yeah, it'd be like really nice to just have like a little compartment inside so you could put like dice in it, or any sort of random assortment of things if you'd want. Will there be different sizes? No. We are dead set on having one size, because different sizes would make it a lot more complicated, you know, because, well, you'd need to make different molds for it, and each mold costs. Because it's not printed, by the way. Or the thing ain't gonna be printed. Like, the product is gonna be made out of something called, I think it was polystone, that they told me. Polystone. You can search it up. It's basically that stuff that other like figures are made out of as well. Honestly, I can't really picture what it feels like in my head, so I can't wait for me to actually get my hand on the test copy of like one of them, so I know how it feels and stuff like that. But it's gonna be polystone. And oh, also another thing that I was thinking about. I'm sort of going off track just talking about this thing, but the grooves on the head. Think about this. We were talking about being able to stack them, right? And that perhaps you could put a magnet in it so that when you stack them, they stick together and stuff like that. Yes, a magnet would be one option, but I've thought of another option that might be neat as well, if not magnets. Because they have grooves on their head, right? We talked about it last stream, that it'd be weird if there was like a stud sticking out or like a hole, but there's already grooves on the head. So what if we don't just make it, we just make it that there is a divot in the bottom of the base of every dwarf that just has the reverse of the pattern on the head of the dwarf. So it just slots into the already existing pattern grooves that are on the head. Obviously, it wouldn't be like a and stick together, but it would be friction enough to like have them stack on top of each other where they wouldn't like slide off. So that's what I thought of. But if that doesn't work, I mean, we probably can still figure something out with magnets, maybe. But obviously that would make it, that would make the price go up, probably. But who knows? I don't know how expensive magnets are. The toddler soft spot. We pack in grandma in dwarf jar. Nothing special. But yeah, like, just like those little things that you can do with it so it's more fun than just having a dwarf on your desk, even though that's fine on its own. I'm like, yeah, have it be a jar. And yeah, you could stack them on top of each other. That makes it a lot more fun, I think. Right? So I hope... and also, I think looking at it, instead of just, oh, it's a thing you can buy, merchandise, like, it'd be a fun way to, like, support me, besides just, you know, Instead of giving me a donation, just save up a little bit and then buy the fucking dwarf instead, because then you can support me through that way and also get a cool little dwarf thing, you know? But yeah. I hope they can hold 7 dice. Oh, I'm sure they'll be able to hold 7 dice. Oh, right. I forgot to... I completely forgot about the size thing. They're gonna be like 4 inches tall. They're gonna be like 4 inches. They ain't small, you know? Like, they're actually gonna be 4 inches. Which means there's probably gonna be like a fair amount of space in them you could put stuff in. I usually just watch the VODs, but it's nice to catch a stream. Hello. Evasive taxes. Hello, evasive taxes. Glad you caught a stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different feel, I think, when it's on stream, because I can actually talk to you. It's like I'm breaking the 4th wall, isn't it? Evasive taxes. How wide is Torvic? Well, okay, if we're assuming that it's going to be 4 inches tall, we could basically try and see how wide he would be. So, let's see. I'm just gonna... Whoops, why is that? So, this is 4 inches. I don't... Whoops. And we can just do that. It'd be like 3 inches wide. 4 inches by 3 inches. Thinking. Oh, and then, you know what the fun after this is as well? I'm not done with just drawing the fucking figure. When we get to 3D modeling him and stuff like that, he's gonna come in a little box as well, right? So I'm gonna get to design the box too. It's fun. It's so much fun. This is... I'm gonna put so much effort into this shit. I mean, I'm already putting so much effort into this shit. But yeah, the box is gonna have so much potential to like play around with and stuff like that. I could put the alphabet on the fucking box. Holy shit. Yes, we put the dwarf alphabet on the box somewhere. Cause then if you get the dwarf, it has writing on it, and you got the alphabet on the box, you could just translate it if you want. Do you have any idea of what their price might be? Reasonably, they'd probably be like $50 to $65 dollars. Reasonably. But it's not set in stone yet, so they're priceless. Yes, they're priceless. Where do dwarfs come from? I'll cover that in a video. Gotta go by. Oh, take care. Take care, questionable thinker. Take care. Your firstborn. Exactly, you stuff them in the dwarf. You can't get 25 of them for all your dice, yeah. You were gonna get 25 of them? Jeez. I mean, you gotta look at it reasonably. It's gonna be like a 4-inch figure made out of poly stone. I'm working fucking hard on it. It's gonna come in a nice little box. It's gonna be like a little jar. It's gonna have to have, like, you know, it ain't just, it doesn't just poof into existence, so there's obviously gonna be a price to it. You know, but I think it is fairly reasonable. I can't afford dwarf jar. I'm sorry to hear that. Dwarves provide weapons to Varus. They don't provide any weapons to Rom. Varus has a monopoly of over the interaction and trade with dwarves, because funnily enough, the dwarves' kingdom is in the region of Varus, so they've sort of just made trade posts around that. So anytime some other country wants to trade with the dwarves, they gotta go through Varus, right? 4 inches, you say? Why, that's perfectly average. Exactly. Exactly. FatesTuber, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 4 inches, I mean, not to kid ourselves here, 4 inches is definitely, like, honestly, could be exceeding the limits, you know? Like, I don't even know if that could fit in my door. 4 inches? That is too big. Almost huge, massive, huge, if I may say so. Huge. Humongous. And all the adjectives you can think of. Above average, I'd say. No, you're lowballing it, my guy. Huge. Gigantananosaurus. Giganosaurus. Tell that to my girlfriend. What were we doing? Right, pattern on the back. But yeah, I didn't finish one thought that just came back to me. I don't know at what stage we will have pre-orders start, but when they do start, I'll sure as shit make sure you know. That's gonna be fucking... I'll say that over and over again everywhere to make sure everybody knows the pre-orders are starting. So don't worry, you won't like fucking miss it or something. That's gonna be one thing I definitely try to announce properly, like throughout videos and stuff like that. But I'm guessing it'll probably be like after we get a test print and like a test version of it out. After that would probably be pre-orders, because then we know how it looks and stuff like that and give it the green light. Pre-order starts right now. No. But yeah, back. Pattern on the back. What we doing for the back pattern? We got very off track. Instead of talking about the dwarf's backstory, I just started talking about the product. Look, I'm excited, okay? I apologize if I've been talking your ears off about this thing. It's just that, you know, I'm just a guy, and it's the first time I'm actually getting to make something out of the art that I draw, like actually a physical thing you can buy. Like that I can't wrap my head around that. If I get my hands on it, I'm gonna fucking weep. That's what I'm gonna fill my dwarf with. My tears. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just sorry. The back of the dwarf. What do we put on the back of the dwarf? We got cool hammer and anvil on either arm. I would say the back needs some sort of circle pattern, probably. Will you also sculpt it? Oh, no, we're gonna 3D sculpt it. I'm not a sculptor. I mean, I like playing with clay. I used to be. I used to like play with clay a lot, but I'm not a sculptor. I'm not qualified for that. The person who is going to sculpt it. Oh, we're going back into it. Sorry. The person who is gonna sculpt it is gonna be the same as who did the first dwarf. I have a sculpture of a dwarf with it's right here next to me. You hear this? That's a dwarf. I have it in my hands. A wonderful individual I got the opportunity to work with called Cameron Bai. His name's Cameron Bai. Who did an amazing model of a dwarf. And I have it on Patreon. It's just a 3D file. If you have a 3D printer, I guess you could try and print it out and such, but it's pretty fucking big. And there's like some very thin parts, so you'd have to make sure you can actually print it without it falling apart. But he made like a really cool model. I could show you actually. He's gonna make this model as well, which I was surprised by. I thought they would, or like the company that I'm working with on this, they're called Merchcraft, by the way. If you're wondering, you could check out their stuff. They're just called Merchcraft. Um, but they're really nice. Like I they just said, like the previous dwarf model was really good, and Cameron By made it, so let's just get him to make this one as well. And they just got him, so they'll pay him to have him, the same guy, make the another dwarf model for them to make into the product. So that's really neat. But hold on, let me get the here. No. No. Hold on. I lost the images. Ah, here they are. This is the dwarf he made. Oh, and it's buried under all the textures. There you go. That's the one he made. Which is fucking awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful boy. Oh, beautiful. The one you imprisoned in the jar? Yes. So yeah, this guy's gonna make the jar dwarf, so I am confident it's gonna turn out fucking awesome. Um so yeah. I'm confident it's gonna turn out fucking beautifully. Because he's behind it. And I have worked with him and he does great work, so. But yeah, again, sidetracked once again. I'm sorry. The back of the dwarf. What's their name again? The 3D modeler, Cameron By. I'll write it. Hold on. I'll get you a link to their stuff. So you can just check them out. I think that would be good. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta look for it a little. Sorry. I'll get their Instagram. Got some cool stuff on there. Ah, here you go. I'll pop it in the chat, and you can check it out if you'd like. Sorry. There. It's his Instagram. You can see a lot of his other cool 3D models and how much detail he puts into them. Honestly, it's really impressive. Anytime I look at them, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of detail. That's a lot of detail. Uh, Idea. What about the name of Varus and Ram's pillar machines? meanings risen demon and fallen angel respectively. I think that's pushing it a little too far. They're seen as like holy constructs, so I don't think they would call it names like fallen angel or rising demon. You know, I already have names for them. So, but thank you for the suggestion. Is the Monster Garden logo a real symbol in the world? Could it be on the back of the dwarf? I was thinking that the currency, like the coins, would have it uh, on the face of the coins. They wouldn't be as exaggerated as my logo, of course, because it would be really horrible to have a whole bag full of spiky coins. But I do think that the coins in the world have that teeth logo. Obviously, it doesn't make sense because it's why would a fantasy world have a weird tooth logo on the coins? But you know, it's cool. It's fun. So I want that logo on the coins. And they're called grobs, by the way. The whole logo, the origins of it, is that on Twitch, when I used to stream on Twitch, I made it so the bits that I get donated look like coins. And the the teeth logo itself went through like a lot of iterations, by the way. Or like it came from like a really interesting source. I don't want to look up the images right now, but basically I commissioned a friend to make a mascot or I okay. Oh, this the thing goes far back actually now that I think about it. When I was on Twitch, I I had a donation jar, so I wanted to draw a little guy who held up the donation jar, like on my screen. So I drew this little demon guy who didn't have eyes, and he just had horns coming out of his head and like gnarly teeth and a nose, but no eyes, who was holding the jar. Then uh, I had him as the jar holder for a while. Then I commissioned a friend to make like a fun mascot for the Monster Garden because I had the Monster Garden logo. Like I knew the channel was called or the Twitch stream was called Monster Garden and stuff like that, but we didn't have like a logo. The logo was just the name Monster Garden written in moss, but you can't really stuff that in a small little circle. So my friend drew that jar thing. They took the jar thing and they were like, "Oh, I'll just draw that thing." But they drew just the head and gave it like long pointy ears, and instead of having it have no eyes, they put flowers on the eyes. But and then made the teeth like curl outwards. So I used that for a logo for like a long time where it was the head with the curly teeth and then flower eyes and the ears. But then the ears made it so the logo was really small, so I eventually like developed it more and more and just removed the eyes and the ears and just left the teeth because that was the most recognizable thing about it. I mean, also the flower eyes, but the teeth were just left, and then so it turned into that logo, and then we made it into a coin. Or I think it was because of the coin I developed it into the teeth logo, but I don't know which one came first, fucking chicken or the egg. But yeah, it has gone through a lot of iteration throughout the years. But yeah, I was thinking that the grobs are actual like coins in the world. They'd just be called grobs, you know? I'm gone? What? What do you mean I'm gone? You're gone? I'm gone? Rule of cool. Hmm. But yeah, we are still not continuing what I wanted to. Okay, no more side tangents. We're getting serious now. What do we put on this guy's back? I think somebody wrote something, but I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to scroll back up because it's going to spam. But what do we put on this guy's back? What is his story? What is Torvic's story? You know, we got a anvil, we got a hammer, His story. Put his story on his back. His backstory. Oh my god. But yeah, we might want to like do a lot of text on the back, perhaps. Torvic means torch in Estonian. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we could lead that back. Okay, the thing about the dwarves is there's a set amount of dwarves, right? And if a dwarf dies and gets replaced, then that dwarf just takes on the same name as the previous one that died. So it's sort of like a lineage of each name, and each name gets reused. So you're just like Torvic the fifth or the sixth or the seventh. Um, so it would be cool if maybe the reason he's called Torvic, because you said it looks like torch, maybe he is the dwarf that was credited with inventing like a fire way back, you know? He was the dwarf that figured out the fire. Yeah. Oh my god. Like, his title could be really badass. I mean, Torvic the Kindler, Torvic the fucking Forge Master. Indrawn text put Lightbringer. Oh, you know what? Fucking why don't we do like a fire or like a torch on his back to like sort of call back to his roots of what where the name came from. You know, I'm not worrying about the Nordic patterns right now, by the way. I'll make it a Nordic pattern after this, but like something like a torch and then just having like text like that, maybe. Torwick the Forge. My god, that's badass. Okay, the Forge, the Lightbringer. Torwick the Deep. Yo, how did he get that nickname? How did Torwick get the Deep as the nickname? How would they make... Would they need another source of fuel? True. I'll have to figure out how they actually fucking figured out fire. That'd be fun. Figure out how the dwarfs made fire underground. Maybe some mushrooms or whatever. Torwick the First Coal. That's cool. I mean, oil. I could have oil. Oh, the music stopped. God damn it, I keep forgetting. The music did indeed stop. There you go. Music is back. Torvic Fire Fiddler. Nah. Torvic the Flasher. No, no. First Ember. Oh, you know what it could be? We could just have him, like, basically on the back of the dwarves, have it list off all the previous titles of previous owners of the name Torvic. So just the Lightbringer, the Forge, fucking the First Coal, First Ember, like, just all of them. Father of Fire. Okay. Torvic. Fire Daddy. Cool. Yeah. I don't want to call him the first Forge, because I don't want to credit him with, like... I think having him be the person that invented fire is, like, a grand enough thing. The Forge one, the Forge nickname might be just, at a past life, Torvic was, like, a very strong, blacksmith who just, like, did really good forging and quality work and stuff like that. Basically was the forge manager, the forge boss. Forgeborn would be neat. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking the name Forgeborn might be... I'm picturing Forgeborn as either that Torvic began working in the forge from, like, a very young age, like, he just was really good at it from the start, or it's just that he was working at a forge very often and just fell asleep at the forge, and that was just his home, to the point where oftentimes he would just be covered in dust, like coal dust, and then wake up from them, like he was, you know, and probably the other dwarves would make jokes about, like, you were just born from the fucking forge or something. Or maybe just because he's around the forge so much, it's just like, is that your mother or whatever? Like, were you born from the forge? Why are you so attached to it? Forge Bjorn. Oh, that's good. The arsonist? I could have it like, you could have it like, Torvic kind of has strain attachment to it, like he feels like a slave to. Well, yeah, that's the thing, I do want to play around with this a lot, because, it's like the superstition of how the dwarfs believe the reincarnation works, contrasted to, like, a dwarf replaces Torvic and gets the name Torvic. That doesn't mean that that dwarf will be great at the forge, or we will be, you know, as amazing as all the previous ones, but they sort of feel that pressure to perform that task again, because all the previous, like, if you were born and were given the name of Torvic, the one who's found the first flame, the one who kindled the forges, the one who was forge-born. They were living, breathing the forge themselves. They were one with it, forging weapons day and night, fucking pumping out masterpieces like it was nothing. And then you come in, and you're like, well, shit, I can't be a baker now. Like, you know, you want me to be... I can't just say, you know what? Legendary past. I want to be a baker now. The current Torvic being absolutely shit at the forge would be funny. Yeah, that'd be fun. Forges bread. Hey, that might be a thing. That might be a conflict he can work with. Everybody looks down on him. He's Torvic, the dwarf, the forge, and he's baking cookies. He's making bread. And everybody's like, you know, everybody's like, you gotta be working iron. Work iron. You know, your lineage tells you to. And he's like, listen, I work these grains into bread. They're my masterpieces. You eat them every day, you can't complain to me. I want to be a rock star. Oh, he's baking bread in the furnace he's supposed to forge with? Holy shit. That is so good. Like, I just picture him at the forge, working, and all the other dwarves walk by, and then finally he gets some quiet to himself. Just sort of sneaks it from the corner. He's tucked it into the corner to hide it. A fucking baking tray with a piece, with some, a puffed up piece of bread ready to put in the oven, and he's like, fuck it, let me put it in the forge. And then he has to quickly close it. It's like, Torvic, what did I see you put there in that forge? Nothing. Iron, I see. Iron. It got to heat up. It's like, open that forge. Nay. It would ruin the the forging. I'm looking at you closely. Walks by, opens the forge again, just fucking black dust. Like, the bread is fucked. God damn it, not again. See, this is great. We're figuring out Torvic's backstory. This is wonderful. Torvic, the forge master, who secretly just wants to make some good-ass bread. He quenches his bread. Oh, God. Soggy bread. Torvic iron bread. But yeah, just having the idea of him, like, being covered with all these ornate, beautiful carvings because of his lineage, the dwarves around him were like, yep, he's gonna be the next big thing. And then he just makes bread, which I find wonderful. That is wonderful. So I think it could be like, we could try and make it like a collage on the back, or maybe just have like, what I'm interested in, by the way, right now is I want to make fire, right, as a Nordic pattern. But like, how do I make a flame with, you know, the Nordic knots? That's going to be an interesting challenge. I think I can pull it off, though. I like do something like that. His best friend is the dwarf who discovered bread and wants to make weapons. It's holy shit. No, listen. They fucking switch their works. His friend's a bread maker, but he wants to be a weaponsmith, so they sort of just like, you know, they exchange sometimes. Just like, oi, Forge is 3 right now. Forge is free. Go make some weapons. I'll look out for you. You know? And then Dwarves comes by and is like, what you guys doing? Oh, I'm getting him to taste my bread. That's why I'm in the forges right now. We found the plot, everyone. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm loving where this is going. This might actually have been the way to do fire. I think that looks sort of okay. I think that looks sort of cool. I can work with that. Yeah, sorry I'm not reading the chat, by the way. I might have missed some really good messages. Let's see. Torvic the Fearsome, Brie Muncher? Torvic the Underpaid, Rebar Factory Worker? Nordic Fire... Are dragon heads the ones on the Viking ships? Are you... I don't know if you see the amount of detail I can work with here. I don't think I can force a fucking dragon head on the end of this flame. Even though I would love to. But yeah, I think I did sort of actually pull off fire quite well. It's not really Nordic knots, you know? It's like the loosest, it's sort of like more of a messy phone cable, but I'd say it works fine enough. I'd say that works fine enough. What critter brush do you use? I use the most basic brush. It is no opacity, no thickness. It is just a base brush. The brushes really don't matter to me. The brushes I have are custom. Like, I just took brushes that already exist and tweaked them, but it's not like I did some sort of magic to them. No, it's just the base brushes with tiny adjustments to fit with how I draw. By that I mean, like, I sometimes I press really hard and I press really differently, so I just sort of like tweak it so it works with how hard I press. But other than that, it's just base presses. Oh, Torvic comes home with flour caked into the engravings and has to explain it away. My goodness. I have too many things to say, but nobody listens. What if the baker guy just had a tiny, tiny bread loaf? Hold on. What if the baker guy just had a tiny, tiny bread loaf carved into him, but no one noticed? You mean Torvic has like a tiny bread loaf somewhere? Just hidden away? Interesting, interesting. But yeah, is there a way that I can make it look more like Nordic knots? I'm thinking how to like intertwine like these. Yeah, I think the pattern will rely a lot on these surroundings. So like if we can get like a nice sort of forge looking thing around this, it'll work. There's a black market engraver who just adds marks without asking questions. Good, good. And the pattern, like, leaves, or the pattern, I think, would be cool if it doesn't touch this part to sort of resemble a chimney. So it just sort of leaves this part empty, maybe? No, just that. Hold on. Maybe, I should probably do some research. Maybe I could find, like, a Nordic pattern that looks like fire. Or a Celtic. Yeah, sort of. Oh yeah, I'd say this probably will look a lot better than what I did. I think it'll fit a lot better. This... Look, cool, rad, red! But yeah, it's a nice, like, 5-pronged knot, but in the shape of fire. Yeah, sun. That's a good point, actually. What does the sun look like? It looks more tribal for some reason. I'm not finding any ones that are looking very Nordic-y, you know? Yeah, mine is kind of similar, but I'd say still this one's better just because of the shape. I like how it sort of all flows in a circle. Like, it's sort of all a teardrop shape, where this is, like, very much more out there. So let me just do a little bit of yoinking, if you know what I mean. Doing a good old bit of the yoinking. Well, hold on, I want to make make sure that it is actually a teardrop shape. Put it there. I could tweak it. I still am not sure if I like it. It's good, but I don't know if it clicks. It's annoying that there's not like a geometric way to show fire, or that I can think of at least. I can't think of a way that I might show off fire without using like a very organic shape. But perhaps it's still on brand. Like if you look at it next to the hammer and the anvil, I'd say it still sort of fits them. Yeah, I'd say that still fits. What do you think? You think that looks good? The fire. Maybe it'll look better with like stuff around it, but like the fire on its own, I want it to, you know, hold up. If the dwarf society is very ancient, I wonder if you could... I think it looks like fire. Oh yeah. I think it works then. I think it works then. Okay, let's see what kind of patterns we can put around it to help emphasize the feeling of it being a forge. I think having some corners around it would be the first thing to do. Just locking it into place, you know? I'd say this one. Let's try this one. That. And then if we want to like extend it, Control E, we can just sort of close enough. They do eat. They do eat. I feel like you can use stag rhino beetle larva inspiration for some stuff. Oh yeah, I did for like the earlier versions of the dwarves, but you know, they've changed a lot since then. Could do something like that maybe. But I do like that it ends in points though. Could do gotta find something that does that. And we could have another one of these probably. Where is it? There it is. Oh yeah, like a brazier. Does sort of look like a brazier. Brazier. Whatever it is, that looks really fucking good. I'm liking that a lot. That looks awesome. Good, good. I actually like the contrast of having patterns that have a line in the middle and patterns that have no line in the middle. For some reason that pops out a lot and I like it. I don't know if I should keep that. Hold on, let me try adding a middle line in and see if I still feel the same about it. Nah, we're definitely keeping the middle lines. I think the drawing's too big. We'll see when it comes to like putting in the writing on the back. I do think I like the size of it though. If not, we can like move it up and stuff. Oh, yeah, we could have the names be underneath it, so we could just move it up to the top. If that works better. Okay. Those three, Control E. Cool. So then I can try moving it up, see how that looks. Yeah, maybe it was because it was like in too low on the back that it looked too big. Like that. So we have space for writing here. We have space for writing here. I don't think they'd go lower than that because that's like starting to go into the like smaller plates on the back. Yeah. Are you gonna tattoo his name somewhere? Well, yeah, on his forearms. Hmm. I like the fire a lot. It does look really good, though. We'll have to try writing this stuff out in Dwarvish to see how large it is. So we know how much space we actually have. I don't think it's gonna be too hard to write Forgeborn and the Lightbringer, First Coal. Yeah. I think that'll be enough for today's stream, though. I've sort of... I think I gotta step away from this a little bit to regain my ideas for this. I'm stuck on this a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think it was very productive. I'd say it was very productive. You know, we got a lot of drawings done. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next stream. So, yeah.